What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We're in the Polo in the parking garage, so I apologize if the lighting's not the greatest down here. It's a little dim, but do a little wrenching on it today. I got a new steering wheel, which is right here. Shout out to Renown steering wheels. This thing is gorgeous. It's about a 350 millimeter, and it's got the ring up top, red stitching to kind of go with the Polo's interior, because we've got red stitching on the seats, on the shifter boot, stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to keep that red stitching theme. A lot of people go overboard with the Momo Bennettons and all the different crazy color wheels on these on the Harlequins. I just wanted to keep this car clean, simple, but still upgrading the wheel, because as you can see, this steering wheel has seen better days and it's ugly. But you could see all the blue has sort of rubbed off over the years, so I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade her. I also got the hub adapter from Renown as well. This should be the same as a Mark III, so I'm going to give this a shot. They've already told me if it doesn't work out, I can send it back, but I have faith that this is going to work out just fine. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and get started, which I've already done. This is pretty simple. There's just two screws on the back, which are a, let's see what I've used here, T30. T30, two screws on the back, and if I did this correctly, hey, look at that. The airbag pops right out. So, of course, when you're working with the airbag, disconnect the battery so you don't accidentally blow this thing up in your face. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. I'm going to then unbolt the wheel, which I believe is a 24 millimeter. I'm going to double check that, and then I'll check back in with you guys. Alright, I'll be back. The factory steering wheel is out. I had to remove the clock spring, which to do that you just want to take off the bottom panel. There's two Phillips head screws. Pull the clock spring out of the connector that is it's back under there, under the panel, as you can see here. And actually I'm looking right now and that does say top, so I'm actually going to move that real quick. But there's a ring for the horn, all that's all back there already, so if you want to hook up the horn you can. Again, just choosing not to do that at this moment. I'm going to install the steering wheel, and I'll be back with y'all. Alright, we are all wrapped up. Looks pretty good. Everything seems to still function properly as far as the signals and all that. And yeah, I think it'll be cool. I have a red stitched shift boot on order. That'll go there. I'm going to keep the factory knob, and then you can see the stitching on the seats is red as well, so that's why I went with the red stitching around the wheel. And I added the little ring up top just for some flair. As you can see, I'm moving on to the next project. I wanted to pull out the radio because I used to do car stereo installs, alarms, all that kind of stuff, and I wanted to pull it out. I actually got a new Alpine, and I got a set of components for the fronts, this thing, because the speakers are just shot. I'm going to install this Alpine digital receiver in here, and you know, sometimes you get these cars and you have no idea what's going on behind the dash, but this, to my surprise, looks just fine. Typically people will cut up factory harnesses and splice stuff together, and it's just a freaking mess, but this is good. So I'm actually going to install mostly everything that came with the Alpine radio, the plug, the harness adapter, all that stuff, but I'm actually going to run brand new speaker wire to the components, through the dash, through the door, up to the tweeter spot up there, just for peace of mind. Because of the left side not working, I don't know if there's a cut somewhere in the speaker wire, so I'm just going to run new wiring. It shouldn't be that bad. But that's it for now. I will update you guys when the radio and the speakers are installed. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and throw the radio in. Your crush, the guy she tells you not to worry about, and you. Alright, that was a good one. So wiring is done. I went ahead and just basically hooked up like ignition, constant, ground, and illumination. Yep, that was the other one. These four right here are going to be my front speaker wires, since the Polo only has front speakers. I'm going to leave them out for now. I'm not installing them today. I just don't have time, so I'm just going to get the radio in, hook up the power, make sure it's all good, roll without sound for a few days, and then go ahead and install the speakers. First thing I've got to do is get the old cage out. It might be the same, but it was a different radio brand, so I'm just going to go ahead and put Alpines in. Alright guys, I am coming to you from the future. Now I took a little hiatus from working on this thing. I got stuck with some tire issues trying to get the new tires installed, and I guess I'll show you guys what that looks like right now. Alright, kind of hard to see it here, but kind of tight up against the wall. There you can see I went with a 165/45. I went with a 165/40 at first. Tire shop screwed up one of the tires, and then I couldn't find any other ones. So there's that for now. And then tomorrow is alignment day. And I am also finishing up the stereo install. The radio's in. I think I showed you guys that before. Radio. That tweeter has been replaced. I went with a set of sound ordnance components. There we go, components. So there's that. I'm gonna probably put that in a door somewhere. And then here's the factory tweeter holder. I just hot glued it to the back. Speaker wire is going to go down the dash, behind it, through the grommet right here into the door, and somewhere in here I'm going to mount the actual crossover. But yeah, I think that is it for right now. I'm going to go ahead and install this tweeter, get the dash wrapped up, and then get started on pulling the door panels. Hey guys, so we're almost wrapped up with the speaker install here. I want to show you guys the door before I put the panel back on, because the passenger side's already on. So if you take a look down here, I used the factory housing to hold the new component. And then what I did was run speaker wire through the grommet, through the car. And then here is the crossover, which has everything connected to it already. And that's going to be laying in here. I'm going to double side tape it in here. There wasn't enough room in the door, so if that's something that you want to do on probably Mark II, Mark III, a Polo, whatever you have, there's not going to be enough room in the door panel to mount that. That's what I've done in the past with other cars, but there's just not enough room. There's too much structural support in these to have room for it. Yeah, that's it for now. I've already tested everything. Everything works. Just have to install the radio back in there, button this up, and then that's it. Then it's alignment time. I'm going to drive over to Volkswagen over here in Melbourne, and hopefully they can get this thing on the alignment rack and get it straight for me. I'll show you the finished product once it's aligned. Stay tuned. Alright guys, the alignment was a bust. The tie rods, I guess, are seized, and Volkswagen did not have a torch, so no bueno. But can't complain too much. It's my drive back to the house. So that's it for now. The Polo is actually going to be going up for sale on radforsale.com here probably next week. I believe it's being posted. I've just wanted to sort out a few things and then get it posted for sale. Hopefully this goes to a good home. It's a really, really great car. It just needs a little bit more of sorting and then it's good to go. It has a great mechanical history. It's very clean, etc. So, but that is it for this video, I think. Yeah. Thanks, thanks so much for watching. If you want to subscribe, like, share, do all that kind of good stuff. I would really appreciate it. And thanks again. Y'all stay safe. All right.